I declare this general convocation open for the conferment of degrees.
Chancellor, I have the honor to announce that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Master of Business Administration in Entrepreneurship will be conferred on those who will be presented by Dean, Faculty of Engineering.
Chancellor, I present EMGC Ekanayaka. JADC Jayakodi. NK Varavita.
By authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Business Administration in Entrepreneurship.
Chancellor, I have the honor to announce that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Master of Business Administration in Information Technology be conferred on those who will be presented by the Dean, Faculty of Engineering.
Chancellor, I present D. Amalan. U. Dahanayaka. LMH De Silva. WH PCP Dharmasiri. WDN Dinishi. EPSR Ellavala. MDS Fernando. HMUK Hera. KR Jayasekara. AVSK Jayatilaka. HRD Karunajeeva. HDGN Karunaratna. BAUI Kumar. KJA Kumarage. S. Lakshigan. KB Manavaduge. MS Marikkar. PTC Piris. DDCA Pereira. WMDR Prasad. SD Rajapaksha. SMDSD Setunga. JLNS Silva. PVD Taranga. G. Tavaraja. TGI Udayangi. RGRDA Veerasinghe. CA Velage. NK Vikramasekara. VD Kaluarachi.
By authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Business Administration in Information Technology.
Chancellor, I have the honor to announce that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Master of Business Administration in Management of Technology be conferred on those who will be presented by the Dean, Faculty of Engineering.
Chancellor, I present HMTS Aberatna. DS Bogahavatta. CHMDT Chandrasekhar. WAMK Chaturanga. EDNS Edrisinghe. SP Ekanayaka. EMCH Ekanayaka. KPSM Gunasekara. WMAS Gunatilaka. IR Smile. TDP Janandana. WS Jayawardena. MDT Madhushani. BLDS Niranjan. DA Nirmani. UVCS Pereira. HHAU Piyadasa. HADDS Priyadarshana. VSN Rodrigo. NC Seneviratna. WA Shantakumar. RRKK Subasingh. PC Vanagasingh.
By authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Business Administration in Management of Technology.
Chancellor, I have the honor to announce that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Master of Business Administration, specialized in project management, be conferred on those who will be presented by the Dean Faculty of Engineering.
Chancellor, I present CSR De Silva. K.E. Pereira. WVUR Kulatunga.
By authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Business Administration, specialized in project management.
Chancellor, I have the honor to announce that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the degree of Master of Business Administration in Supply Chain Management be conferred on those who will be presented by the Dean Faculty of Engineering.
Chancellor, I present MDC Asanka. WMST Bandar. BP Batigama. AP Dahanayaka. JBJ De Silva. RMSL Gunawardana. WSN Indika. HPITB Jayatis. KUPC Karunatilaka. PD Kirihena. LADS ලියනගේ PL මීගොඩ වික්‍රම GLRP Pereira MADP Pereira ANL Ranasinghe MR සත්කෝරලගේ DKSS වංශනාත
By authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Business Administration in Supply Chain Management.
Chancellor, I present in absentia B. Jayawardena.
By authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer upon the person whose name has been presented the degree of Master of Business Administration in Supply Chain Management in absentia.
Chancellor, I have the honor to announce that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the postgraduate diploma be conferred on those who will be presented by the Dean, Faculty of Engineering.
Chancellor, I present MHF Ahmed. HMC Deshanand. IG DJ Kamal. KAN Suravira. MAP Vimukti. RKN Dharmasena. SC Hevage. SM Irfan. DLNB Javardhan. DMR Lakshman. Y Matanan. KSN Pereira. K. Pradeep Kumar. YRAPM Rajapaksha. RPYM Rajapaksha. S. Sudhakar. ARH Amarasekar. JR Chaminder. RMGUS Karunaratna. SAR Deshapriya. KAMMN Kuruppu. KPPC Pereira. IPM Priyangika. NC Hevagi. JJC Jayakodi. RUH Lenora. KMGS Munasingha. PSD Rajini. AP Rubasingha. S. Saberatna. PGL Arachi. KL DNJ Aryavansha. KKA Chandrakanti. GID De Silva. C. Durai Raja. NNK Marasingha. RMSD Premratna. DR Rajasingha. WAUCM Fonseca. KLJ Jayarang. VS Kodituakku. J. Kumar. S. Mantri Vidana. D. Mudalige, W.R. Pianta, W.K. Piyaratna, S. Pradeep, R.M.D.D.B. Rasnayaka, S. Sharmila, S. Devaki, W.A. Shantakumar, A.B. Vijay Sundar, H.M.D. Bandarnayak, E.N.P. De Silva, P.L. Fernando, W.P.C. Gayan, K.H.D.T. Gunatilaka, M.D. Shahardi, W.A. Sujivani, D.J. Chaturika, W.C.A. Gunaratna, N.W.E.S. Nirasha, K.T.T.K. Premaratna, P. Ramavikrama, N.U. Vikramanayaka, R.N.D.A. Disanayaka, K.T.J.W. Kumar, S.D.W. Chandratilaka, W.A.D.N. Sandarugan, V.G.D. Indivar, N. Kadishan, M.A.J. Padmakumar, S.A.N. Patiraj, R.I.G. Samaranayak, P.I.U. Samarasinghe, P.M.M. Vipulaguna, W.D.G.E. Vikramarachchi, A.M.G.R. Attanayaka, T.A.D. De Silva, M.M.M. Rasmi, D.M.C.L. Disanayak, D.G.H. Galage, G.G.A.D. Gamage, I.D.S.E. Iriagold, R.C. Munasinghe, D.S. Rupasinghe, H.M.M.L. Herath, U.E.R. Munasinghe, W.D.V.K. Subasinghe, Y.B.W. D.M.C.V. Atavar, S.D. Senaratna, S.B.S. Bandara, K. Chandramohan, M.T.C.P. Hapangama, P.A.C. Herath, O.C. Jayanandan, T. Kajandan, S.A.S.U. Kumara, I. Mohammed Sadiq, MAJ Niroshanta. NDN Pushpakumar. WUNS Silva. BGN Tarangani. A. Devanand. T.S. Malind. O.C. Ranawak. D.G.R. Munasinghe. MWD Sandunil.
By authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer upon you the postgraduate diploma.
Chancellor, I present in absentia J.K. Pereira, C.L. Gallage, W.J. MPSL Silva, A.A. Madavala, H.D.H.R. Hemapala, G. Khogula Dathan, P. Somiratna, L.T.M. Chandrasiri, S.H.P.U. De Silva, L.W. Gajanayaka, N.A.N.S. Gunaratna, N.G.L.D. Indrasiri, A.A.S. Javardhana, R. Jeevagan, H.M.A.C. Kulatunga, W.M.N.D. Nisansala, B.P. Purasinghe, H.W. Amaradivakara, W.N.P. Dhanapala, D.T. Disanayaka, MPDN Karunaratna, KKNP Karunaratna, LHA Lakpriya, NS Ruwanpatirana, BKD Balasurya, V. Rasa Gopalasingham, PKDNC Somaratna, RAS Rubasingha, GAU Gamlat, S. Vigneswaran, SNMMB Semasingha, NMD Veerasingha, NI Javardhana, BGC Mihiran, WAW De Silva, AAL Anuradha, DMNK Bandarnayaka, RMKIA Dahanayaka, CP Hevakotage, WMDG Veerakon, TGDH Vijayasinghe.
By authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer upon the persons whose names have been presented the postgraduate diploma in absentia.
Chancellor, I have the honor to announce that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the honors degree of Bachelor of Science in Information Technology be conferred on those who will be presented by the head of the Department of Information Technology.
Chancellor, I present HMSU Abhiratna. HMA Abhivardhana. CSN Adhikaram. SLS Ahmad. EVK Alvis. MEZF Amara. GKSM Amarasinghe. G. Anantaraja. MWL Asanga. ASWEA Bandara. MMCM Bandara. PPDM Bandara. RMUS Bandara. VD Chamara. MN Chandimali. ULR Chandrakant. SM Chandravansha. D. Dandeniya. WMA Darshani. BIM Dayaratna. DVAU Dayaratna. WHMT Dayaratna. KTMB Dizilva. MSD Dizilva. MGR Dilhara. VKD Dilmi. DMR Disanayaka. LGAN Disanayaka. EDTS Edirisuriya. EMCC Ekanayaka. CS Alvitigala. MMFR Favin. BHC Fernando. PDDN Gamage. TLI Gayashan. KKK Gayatri. T Gnanasegaram. KDDD Gunatilaka. SMA Gunavardhana. IHCS Gunavardhana. DE Harshani. HKEP Hettiarachi. WADS Indrajit. S. Janatharan. MAKD Jayantha. YP Jayasuriya. KMDH Jayatilaka. GCN Jayavardhana. BR Jayavikrama. N. Jayaratnam. KKHC Kannangara. KMCH Karunanayaka. SP Karunatilaka. G.S. Kichilan, G.S. Kichilan, A.G. Koch, I.U. Kotalavala, S. Kulanayagam, K.M.S.J. Kumar Singh, N. Kumaresamurthy, U.M.R.C.M. Kumari, K.H.S. Lakmal, R.M. Lianagamage, M.R.U. Maddumage, H.M.T.K. Madhushankar, K.L. Mahalianarachi, D.M.A. Mahavatta, K.A.D.O. Maheshan, K. Mahendran, G. Malavipatirana, R. Manoj Kantan, B.P.M. Mendis, L.M. Gunasinghe, P.G.T. D.L. Nagasinghe, N.R. H.N.K. Nagoda, N.B.D.S. Na Otunna, N.G.U.P. Neelavala, W.H.A. Nimasha, F. Nithabaran, M.M. Nuski, PTP Paranavitharana. KPCT Patirana. PSG Patirana. SRK Patirana. R. Patitasan. RGH Pematilaka. ATM Pereira. KGT Pereira. RMUS Pereira. PDD Pitavela. JADSP PMR. BN Prashant. WN Pemakumara. UPSN Prematilaka. KAA Priyadarshana. RHMTR Rajakaruna. RPUN Rajapaksha. RKAS Ranasinghe. RMIP Ranavira. LNR Rangika. RMD Rasanjika. KAMP Ratnasena. RMKU Ratnayaka. BSS Ratnayaka. V. Ravindran. MRA Rushdie. A. Sarangan. ALF Sajita. I.K. Samaravira, M.M.N. Sasanka, M.B.F. Shashna, T.C.D. Senanayaka, L.S. Senarath, S.S.D.S. Senaratna, S.T. Senaratna, A.P.D.P. Seniviratna, J.L.A.J. Shamal, J.K.C. Shirantika, S.E. Sirivardhana, H.G.D.S. Somadasa, J.A.F. Susaidasan, L.G.B. Subhagya, S. Tharani, K.G.D. Tamarasi, G.A. Udeshika, N. Vettivel, U.H.I. Vishwakala, W.H.A.S. Walalguda, K.M.H.K. Varnakula Surya, W.M.D.J.B. Vasala, N.R. Veeraddana, J.J. Veerasekara, H.P.S.D. Veeratunga, Y.S. Veeratunga, ජේ.පී. වීරවර්ණකුල WMP වැලිදෙනිය SU වැලිගමගේ DDPP වික්‍රමසිංහ MAS විජයංග EHMPM විජේරත්න SRMDLM විජේසේකර RS විජේසිරි JU විජේතුංග YGJ යාගොඩ
By authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer upon you the honors degree of Bachelor of Science in Information Technology.
Chancellor, I present in absentia KMK Hasantha, WAJC Tilakaratna.
By authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer upon the persons whose names have been presented the honors degree of Bachelor of Science in Information Technology in absentia.
Chancellor, I have the honor to announce that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that the honors degree of Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and Management be conferred on those who will be presented by the head of the Department of Interdisciplinary Studies.
Chancellor, I present KWIH Abhay Vikrama, AR Akila Umma, AHD Alagalla, MAGS Amalika, WTLD Anushka, LADA Apsara, CMA Arshad, K Arunakiri, DMAM Bandara, TMRS Chandratilaka, KC Chankumar, APAP Divas Gunawardana, SKMMM Dinushika, DMSS Disanayaka, DARP Dodangoda, HKC Dulakshi, M Fakiha Kaudar, MN Fatima Sumaya, A Fatima Nusha, KWND Fernando, YWD Gunaratna, MDNC Gunatilaka, SAM Habsa, KGS Hansamali, AMCP Herat, HMKG Herat, KS Indumini, MAD Ishara, JMGR Jayabahu, PKGGK Jayatilaka, KKDK Jayatilaka, KLAP Jayatissa, ML Justin, PAC Kalpani, JGI Kaushalya, RKO Kaushalya, GN Kottage, DY Kularatna, SP DH Kumari, TGSP Kumari, KADS Kuruppu, HDS Lahirumali, DGC Lalitya, FMB Lambert, KIP Lianage, S. Makesalingam, D. Malkanti, MNJ Mendes, MNT Nandasena, PGAU Navaratna, J. Panditaratna, KT NB Pires, ISR Pereira, RAHR Pereira, GM Prabodhini, GN Priyadarshani, GGL Priyankara, MA Rahim, ISKH Rajapaksha, RMDV Rajapaksha, A Ramesh, RTAGU Ranavira, RS Roshinia, S Sabreen, MIM Sajat, UAI Sandamali, HK Sanjula, HP Sedara, SA Senaratna, AGSSL Senaviratna, P Sevanti, DKGSH Sevanti, RDN Shakya, KAIH Tilakaratna, K Twaraka, AKC Udakumbura, MKMG Upekshika, WST Vanigasurya, WAAN Wanniyarachchi, WMD Veerabahu, LRNMAM Veerasinghe, WMPM Veerasinghe, NP Veerawardana, T Vikramarachchi, WMSS Vikramasinghe, SPMPAB Vijayaratna, WKDDG Vittachchi, WMGSS Senaviratna.
By authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer upon you the honors degree of Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and Management.
Chancellor, I have the honor to announce that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that prizes be awarded the person who will be presented by the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering.
Chancellor, may I present gold medal for the Master of Business Administration graduate in Management of Technology who has obtained the highest overall grade point average of 3.8 or above at the MBA in Management of Technology degree examinations, donated by Associated Motorways Limited, awarded to MDT Madhushani.
Chancellor, I have the honor to announce that on the recommendation of the Senate, the Council has resolved that prizes be awarded to those who will be presented by the Dean of the Faculty of Information Technology.
Chancellor, may I present the gold medal for the Information Technology graduate who has obtained the highest overall grade point average of 3.8 or above at the honors degree of BSc in Information Technology examination, donated by Professor Priyantha D.C. Vijayatunga, awarded to G.S. Kichilan. Gold medal for the Information Technology and Management graduate who has obtained the highest overall grade point average of 3.8 or above at the honors degree of BSc in Information Technology and Management examinations, awarded to S.A. Senaratna.
Chancellor Sir, colleagues, postgraduate degree and diploma recipients, graduates, distinguished invitees, parents. May I be permitted to introduce Professor Kenneth Siegel, who was born in Johannesburg, South Africa, and at the age of 14, Professor Kenneth Siegel moved to Israel, and then he followed his school education, followed by a military stint at the Israeli Defense Forces Paratroopers Brigade at the age of 18 while he was doing undergraduate work at Bezalel Academy of Arts and Design in Jerusalem, where he graduated with honors, and then he went on to complete his master's degree, that is MA in Design at Middlesex with distinction. He currently is an associate professor teaching at the Department of Inclusive Design at Hadass Academy College in Jerusalem. Dear graduates, what is important is these days the buzzword is entrepreneurships. And Professor Siegel has co-founded and spearheaded Public Zone Transportation Limited, one of the leading design companies in Israel, focusing and specializing in large-scale public transportation projects. It is noteworthy that this design professor found his own company, that is, he is the CEO of Public Zone Transportation Limited, where he is involved in designing high-quality products, solutions, and programs. The company has affected the daily lives. I repeat, this company has affected the daily lives of hundreds of thousands of commuters daily in projects such as Jerusalem Light Trail System. We have the head of the Department of Civil Engineering and the Transportation Division at the University of Moratuwa, seated in the stage, which takes riderships of 140,000, and then bus rapid transit system termed Metrionite in Haifa, where there are 95,000 riderships. Then again, Jerusalem Bus Rapid Transit System, which takes about 35,000 riderships daily. And he is involved in developing modular systems for other transit systems in central Israel and Jerusalem, together with public furniture for transport hubs and airports. And the company remains a leading innovator in the field of transportation design. This company does not limit the innovative designs in transportation only in Israel, but outside Israel as well. In Kazakhstan and Southeast Asia, you might want to explore this Wikipedia I just got of Professor Kenneth Siegel. Dear graduates, ladies and gentlemen, today's convocation address will be delivered by Professor Kenneth Siegel. May I have your permission to invite Professor Kenneth Siegel, please?
Thank you very much, Vice Chancellor. And at the outset, I would like to thank the University of Morato once again and the Vice Chancellor's office for inviting me to give this address. It's a great honor for me. So once again, thank you very much. While preparing for this convocation speech, I read some background material. And by the way, apologies to my colleagues for hearing this again. That's the way it goes. I was reading material, and what I found out was that in most of the cases, the lecturers try and impart some type of wisdoms, and on the other hand, the graduates are totally bored. And they're just praying that this is over as soon as possible. So I know that this is the end of a long day for all of you. I'll try and be very, very brief. The sad truth is that usually convocation addresses, they're either ignored or they're just forgotten. So with this in mind, and in keeping with tradition, I'll try my best to be brief and to be very, very pragmatic, to try and give you some tools for success, for professional success, for the very long journey that you people are beginning today. So the three most important tools that I believe are keys to surviving and thriving in the present complex world economy have to do with flexibility, innovation, and identity. And these are the three subjects that I would like to speak about today. They're all interconnected. They're all part of the same thing. And like any other professional skill, even though it sounds a little bit strange, they can all be acquired and perfected through practice. So the first key, flexibility, has to do with our ability to survive in a dangerous world economy. And I say dangerous because we have seen so many crises over the last 20 years, the biggest ones 2000 and 2008. And even with the growth that we're experiencing today, economists are predicting that the next crisis is already on the way. So we have to be ready, because this is a fact of life. It's a cycle. In 2000, the dot-com bubble burst, and the bottom fell out of the market. In 2008, we had the mortgage prime, which was basically something that affected international markets globally, and people were unemployed, a lot of people on the verge of hunger. And I remember two pictures about these two crises. The first picture is in my own business in 2000, when all the workers were looking over their screens at me. After the bubble had burst and we didn't know what was going to happen, they were looking for an answer. I didn't have an answer. I really didn't know what was going to happen. And the next picture is in 2008, looking on the television as people walking out of their businesses, workers that had worked for many, many years in businesses, were walking with their personal belongings, being escorted out the building as all of the businesses failed, some of them declaring bankruptcy and disappearing forever. So it turns out that the key to surviving and thriving in such a crisis is learning how to learn. So we all know the value of an education. That's why we're all here today. But the question is our professional focus. So when Einstein spoke about the meaning of education, he stressed that education was not about facts and figures. It's about training the mind to learn and think. There's been extensive research to understand what were the tools that people used to survive after these crises. And the statistics show us clearly what people did and how they succeeded. So professionals with narrow fields of knowledge, the so-called experts, they mostly became redundant and unemployed. On the other hand, people with broader educational skills who had the ability to learn fast, adapted by reinventing themselves, they not only survived, but they actually managed to get ahead in the long run. Now, this is not to belittle the development of expertise. This is very important, but to understand that as graduates, we should all focus on developing the flexibility, honing, and our learning skills, and be able to innovate and reinvent ourselves according to the needs of the changing economic reality. So we have to be flexible. That's the tool. And this is statistically. So we know that the people that were flexible, the people that had learning skills, who learned very, very fast, they are the people that got ahead even in these crises. But of course, we've not all invested in an education just to survive. We actually want to succeed and thrive. So what would be the next key? Well, we all know how important innovating and creating new ideas has become in the world economy. Innovating and creating, it's just two parts of the same thing. We're seeing tech companies today that began in the garage, right, in a little room at the back of the house, just with an idea. Amazon, Apple, these tech companies that were just an idea in somebody's mind have already exceeded in value $1 trillion in dollars market value. That's enormous. And the truth is that there is room for many, many more companies just like that. They can become the mainstay of any economy. For small countries, such as Sri Lanka and the country that I come from, where we have little resources, innovation is the one unlimited resource that can guarantee an infinite number of opportunities. This is because there is no limit to the number of ideas that humans can generate. It's an unlimited resource. And it's still incredible for me to think that some of the most amazing discoveries that are the fundamentals of our life today were the product of pure human imagination, a pure exercise of thought, not working in a laboratory, not looking on a computer, just using their mind. And these discoveries went on to change the world that we live in. For instance, Einstein discovered the concept of relativity, of simultaneity, by imagining two lightning bolts striking a moving train. And he imagined seeing the lightning bolts from inside the train and from outside the train. And his ability to imagine the relative difference in perception of time by the viewers gave birth to a completely new way of understanding our physical reality. It's what we call today space-time, and it's the basis of all scientific theory that we use today. And it was just a thought exercise, just in his imagination. Nikola Tesla, who invented alternating current, he had a problem with the alternating current because it wasn't, it fluctuated too much. And he visualized in his mind the way that this wave oscillates. And he realized that in order to get stability, he needs another wave. And he visualized two waves oscillating together. And then once again, just thinking, it's just his imagination. It's a thought experiment. And that alternating current, this two-phase alternating current, is what gives us electricity in all of the electrical grids that we have today in our modern society. These are two examples of people using their imagination, the creativity, and solving a huge problem. So I would like to go on and speak about what it means to innovate, because innovation is not an easy task. And I mean, the question is, should we base our future goals, our ideas, on the past experience of others? Now, I ask this because both Tesla and Einstein were told numerous times that their ideas were not good. Just to give you an example, Thomas Edison, the inventor, he discredited Tesla at every opportunity. And the Nobel Prize Committee even had their doubts about Einstein. So they didn't give him a prize for relativity. They gave him a prize for innovation in the field of magnetics. They were hedging their bets. They weren't sure. So every time you see adversity, what should you do? Because what happens is when you have an idea, how many times have we heard or will we hear that this idea that you've got can't be done? It's impossible. And if it was possible, it would have been done already. What to do if somebody's expressing views like that? And as a designer, and very kindly, the Vice Chancellor, when he introduced me, he spoke about the different projects that we do. I've heard numerous occasions from engineers, from different team members, even from the client, that such an idea is impossible, it can't be done, so on and so forth. So, what to do? What I can say emphatically is that if you act according to the opinions of others about your proposals, there will be no room for innovation, no new ideas. What you should do is do it anyway and stick with it till the end. That doesn't mean don't listen. It means try and understand the challenges and overcome them, because people usually understand what the problems are. They just can't see the solutions. That's our job. And definitely innovate and create new ideas. In fact, do that as much as possible all the time. That is the key to success. So when somebody says something can't be done, the statement actually describes their abilities, not yours. Okay? And the challenges are there for you to meet them. So the adversity, in fact, becomes your biggest advantage. So people saying that it's not possible, that should not be an element of despondency or discouragement. It's just another problem that has to be solved. And of course, no one can guarantee success. But what I can guarantee is that if you don't try, success isn't even an option. Today, there are enough examples around us demonstrating to all of us what is possible through creativity and through innovation. Stated simply, in order to succeed, we must be prepared to fail. Or, in the words of Christopher Stone, the founder of Twitter, I'm sure you all use Twitter, in order to succeed spectacularly, we must be prepared to fail spectacularly. So in fact, these are two sides of the same coin of innovation. We have success and failure as two sides of the same thing. And you have to be prepared to fail if you want to succeed. And the next point that I would like to speak to, finally, is the subject of culture. And I don't mean just to be proud of one's culture. That's a very good thing to do, and to be proud of one's culture. What I'm talking about is that culture is a system of values and opinions, and it can be a catalyzer for innovation. Your culture is a tool to bring out new ideas. More significantly, it's a prism, it's a perspective which can help us to solve problems differently. So, in a world, which is what's happening now, I'm sure when you go out you can see McDonald's, and I've seen over here KC, right? They've got the chicken thing from America. Everything's becoming the same. Tom Friedman calls it the world is flat, okay? Or a world of vanilla. Everything's tasting more and more the same, looking more and more the same. What you should know is that there is great value in authenticity. So culture awareness or cultural awareness supplies us with a relative advantage that helps us to solve specific problems using innovative local processes that can be globally applicable. You can see various examples of this cultural advantage in global solutions. For instance, in countries where agriculture is very important, but they don't have enough water, you will see innovative irrigation systems, and these in turn will be good for the rest of the world. And countries that have, or cultures that have a very developed identity that, with food, with apparel, so on and so forth, have gone on to innovate in these different industries. So we've seen the food industry, we've seen apparel, textiles, so on and so forth, through culture, through people understanding the grassroots of what's developed into our culture. So just to give you an example, I was fortunate enough to be present at a presentation of one of the students from the Integrated Design Department here at Maratawa University. And that student presented a refrigerator made from local clay. And basically the idea was that it would use traditional evaporation techniques to keep vegetables cold. Now, that solution can be produced and implemented anywhere in the world. And this demonstrates how in looking through the prism of local culture, you have an innovative advantage that can be used for the benefit of all of us. This culture is also a perspective that can bring about innovation and be a catalyzer in creating new solutions. So, in conclusion, the thought that I would like to leave you with is that the ability of the human mind to innovate is truly amazing. And this is the tool that will serve us all best in securing our future. I find it to be truly reassuring that the art of innovation, the most important tool for the survival of the human race, is something that each and every one of us, everybody, man, woman, poor, rich, doesn't matter where you come from, each and every one of us have this incredible tool for survival. And we walk around with it on a daily basis. Right? We actually, mankind, we won the evolutionary lottery because we have it right here. Each and every one of us. It's hotwired into the way that we are. It's part of the human condition. So, and it's accessible. That's the most important thing that I'd like you to understand. It's accessible to each and every one of us. Each and every one of us can be a Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos or whatever it is. Each and every one of us. Nobody has it more, nobody has it less. It's just a matter of learning how to use it. So the one thing that we can all count on is our ability to innovate, which is a natural part of each and every member of the human race. And that's the thought that I'd like to leave with it. And I think it's a beautiful thought, that each and every one of us are born with the tools that we need in order to succeed. So whether you will be innovating by reinventing yourselves in a crisis or creating the next technology to be used by all, while infusing values from your culture into solutions that can benefit and advance mankind, I would like to wish you all the greatest success in all of your future endeavors. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Professor Kenneth Siegel. Ladies and gentlemen, dear graduates, may I have your permission to invite Vidya Jyoti, Professor KKYW Pereira, Chancellor of University of Moratuwa, to deliver the Chancellor's address, please.
Ayubowan, Vanakkam. Good evening. Although I will put my address in English, Sinhala and Tamil versions are available in print form. I hope they are with your copies. Vice Chancellor, Professor C.K. Pereira, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Mahanama, guest speaker, members of the Council, members of the Senate, Registrar, Deans, Directors, academic, administrative, academic support, and non-academic staff. Honored guests, well-wishers, distinguished invitees, and parents. Okay. Right. It's okay. Thank you. Dear graduating students, who are the most important stars of the day, my address today is on the subject of attitudes and the directions for the long journey ahead. I thank the Vice Chancellor for inviting me to deliver an address. Firstly, let me congratulate the fortunate new graduates of today for their achievements. Not only graduates, postgraduates, PhDs, masters, those who won different prizes today. It is the result of many years of hard work. Not only hard work, but creative work, particularly when project components and research work are taken into consideration. While congratulating, we must appreciate that you are all engaging in a long, long journey ahead of you, the journey of life. Next, the achievement is also not only for the graduating students or graduates of today, but it is also for the academic and non-academic staff, okay, who designed, planned, and delivered and monitored the courses. Because we all know that a lot of time is spent in structuring the courses, preparing the syllabi. Today it's outcome-based type of teaching, and not only teaching, learning. So all this involves a lot of work by the academic and non-academic staff. And I congratulate the staff. The graduates are the visible proof of your efforts. That's the efforts of the staff. It's a visible proof. It is a large graduation ceremony for more than 1,800 persons, maybe the largest we have had in the university. And out of the 1,800 persons, about 25% are at postgraduate level, including 9 PhDs. I congratulate the Vice Chancellor and previous Vice Chancellors and their staff for this achievement of today, because it is a build-up not over one day, but over months and years of continuing the university in a steady manner. I am proud of this achievement of the university, personally proud, because, not because I am the Chancellor, but long time ago I helped to establish this university as its very first Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. At that time there was only a single faculty, that is the Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. So I get great pleasure on looking at today's achievement. And not only the graduations, but I know there is a lot of research work that is going on, and research achievements of the university are also quite good today. And so it's a degrees, postgraduate degrees, PhDs, and research work all put together has built up our university to one of the most prominent in the country in science and technology, in engineering and architecture. Architecture, there is no other government university. It is the only university, but there is another good institute I know, basically connected to the Institute of Architects in the architecture side. I congratulate the parents and supporters of the graduates. It is your efforts and kindness which contributed to the molding of the young and energetic graduates of today with solid, stable, level-headed, and superior competencies. They are certainly an asset to the country. I said kind because, of course, students or undergraduates need a lot of support by way of not only academic but non-academic, but sports and various other areas of engagement. And in all these matters, it is the parents basically who have been kind and allowed them to do what they like, and thereby making them mentally and physically stable. To the graduates, I would say that both attitudes and the directions that you choose are very important. Both attitudes, your attitude towards your neighbor, attitude to your colleagues, attitude towards people in the jobs, those things are of great importance. These attitudes will not remain constant throughout the rest of your life. You should allow them to change as you mature. Attitudes. Often people ask me how I rose up so well in my life. Perhaps they mean that having born into an ordinary middle-class family, how did I rise to become a professor? And to the various so-called high positions that I have occupied. Positions like Chairman Electricity Board, Chairman Sri Lanka Telecom, Secretary Ministry of Power and Energy, and some of which posts I held for more than 10 years. My aunt also scientific recognitions. My answer is through an actual example. I had a classmate by the name of Daniel in the rural school that I attended until the 3rd standard. This was more or less soon after the World War II. And Daniel could do certain things much better than me. For example, climbing trees. Later in life, he became a very capable tree climber, a #1 tree climber who could go through to the top of a coconut tree very fast in a few seconds. And this is a great achievement. In this aspect, he was cleverer than me and rose up high and efficiently. Though he did not get the opportunity to follow higher education, I consider him to be my equal. That is the attitude which I have cultured and established over several years in my life. That is my present attitude which I say is helping me. Undoubtedly, this attitude helped me and is even today helping me in my journey in life. One idea which I wish to convey to the graduates under the topic of attitudes is the fact that there are many more persons like Daniel who could not make it to the level of competence that you have reached. The fact that there are still many hundreds of thousands of young people in Sri Lanka, who are unable to get 3 good meals a day, who lack nutrition and health care, and even reasonably good accommodation, housing. So these are prerequisites for a sound higher education, and many people are lacking, and they are thereby deprived of higher education. You have an obligation to bring them up, more than through mere donations, but particularly through extending your capabilities in the correct directions. You may first go out as competent graduates to be employed. Some of you may commence your own startup companies. Some will be job creators. Many, I know, from Morato University have already become job creators. They have their startup companies which are doing well, and they create jobs for various levels, including the degree level. So some will be job creators now or later. Some may even end up as politicians and even as ministers of the government, and we already have several our past graduates who are honorable ministers serving in the cabinet. So we have to keep this in mind, and whatever activity that you are involved in, my plea is do your best to help others to come up in life. Then about directions in your life, the direction that you choose to move is very important. In this context, I will take the liberty of referring to a story by Stephen Curry, modified by me to suit our context. A large gang of people, laborers, were cutting a road through the jungle, thick jungle, to go to a particular destination. And they were toiling from morning till evening, cutting trees in the hot sunlight, sweating, not even stopping for tea, but at least they stopped for meals. And they were going on like that. And they were not permitted to spend their time on anything else, but you must cut the trees, must go to the destination soon. One of the naughty people there, he climbed up a tree, tall tree, and looked around. He came down and said, if we go in this direction that we are going, we will never make it, because there's a huge rock mountain, and we can't cut through that. Better if we go this way and go around, we can get. So they all got together, sat, and ultimately decided that they should go the other way and go around to the destination. So that is where the direction matters. The original direction was not the best way. And they found a better direction by the man who went up the tree and who was able to see, have a wider view of what is happening in the forest and beyond. So like that, you are graduates and postgraduates and diplomates. You can see much better than ordinary people who have not had high education like you. So you can see the country, the world, facilities available, and you are in a better position to direct others. That, of course, you have to keep in mind. So, in life and also in employment, carefully select your own direction. If you can select an employment which you like and is also beneficial to others, you will have long-term satisfaction. This is from getting into manufacture of guns, bombs, poisons, and such like. Also in advising the projects for the country or for the private sector, be sure to get a wider view and aim in the correct direction. Why I mentioned the words guns, bombs, poisons, and so on was I was in a particular country at the time, the Vietnam War, US versus North Vietnam basically, was going very high, but over some incidents, they showed on the TV that innocent people getting shot. So the university people are the people who raised their voices and said, don't join this particular, I don't want to mention the name, probably you will know, chemical company who is making napalm bombs. And the graduates boycotted. This was not the incident which turned the war, but this was one of the incidents which turned the people away from war, and ultimately US stopped fighting with Vietnam and they had to come back. And North and South Vietnam got united. So you have a big say in all these things, individually or as groups, or in your companies, or in employment. Once I attended a seminar, I was talking about correct directions. Once I attended a seminar on traffic and congestion. Best international experts, mostly foreign, were participating. They appreciated that we are losing a lot of time because school-going children spend about 2 hours coming to Colombo, going back from Gampaha, Panathura, Kalutara, Kottawa, all over. Even today that is happening. So not only that, the fumes are poisoning people traveling in the bus as well as those who are on the sides of the roads. So they were trying hard to find solutions, and they talked about underground railway for Colombo, monorail above the ground, electrification of suburban railways, and many, many solutions. Also, their experience in Hong Kong and elsewhere, even to restrict motor car entry to the city, park the cars on the outskirts, and have good buses coming to Colombo, where the passengers from cars can get in and come, and then thereafter reach their destination. They all were talking with good responsibility how to solve the traffic problem and how to get people to come to work without wasting their time. Somehow I didn't feel quite easy at the way the conference was going, so I came outside and had a cup of tea, and another onlooker also came and joined me. We discussed and saw that one of the biggest reasons for traffic congestion in Colombo is because most of the good schools are located in Colombo. You know the schools, Royal, Ananda, Nalanda, St. Thomas's, all these were located in Colombo. And so everybody wants to come to those. And of course, Sri Lankans, there are a lot of people who forge their addresses because you have to be within 2 miles radius to get into one of these schools, although they are supposed to be national schools. So, suggestion of my friend was that we should have branches of these schools, Royal Branch, St. Thomas's, Ananda, Nalanda in Gampaha, Kalutara, suburbs, Titambu, Veyangoda, wherever you like. And if they are run by the same administration as branches, they will probably do well. I know St. Thomas's have at least one branch which I have seen around Minu Angoda. I think they are doing well. And they had a tradition of having a branch at Gurutala in Bandaravilla, close to Bandaravilla. And they have been running well. Others haven't done that. And others are government schools, so they have to be pushed by the government in some way or other. Another person whom I met during the tea break said decentralized health services. Have good government hospitals around in the suburbs or places like Gampaha, Kalutara, Nigambu, like that. Not just private hospitals, but government hospitals that will help to reduce the incoming traffic to Colombo. So, what is the best solution? What is the best direction to move? Is it monorails or school branches or decentralized hospitals? It could be a mixture of roads, schools, hospitals, and other methods. Or could be one of these for the time being. Or it could be all of them depending on the availability of resources, money and other. It is important to decide on the correct direction and move along that direction even for national development. So you are the persons who will ultimately be giving advice to the government and to the private sector of how best to solve such problems. I'm not here trying to solve the traffic problem, and I can't give an opinion on it now, and maybe you can individually study these things and set people on the correct path. But of course, as said, ideas, you can have your own ideas, but other people's ideas are very important. Pick them up anywhere, from anybody. Once ideas are there, they can be studied. You are capable of analyzing them properly and quantitatively, not just to say, have something from here to here, have a school here, no. To study what are the repercussions, what is the cost and the benefit. Benefits also, you have to consider all benefits, not just financial, environmental, and other benefits. And you are the persons who are able to do that with today's knowledge, and with today's, with the capability you have derived today in planning, in engineering, in computation, in IT, access to the world over the internet and other methods, you have that capability. So you are able, are in a position to derive methods which will be derive plans or help derive plans which will suit the country. Through your superior capability, help to create a more prosperous country, thereby and also individually help others where possible. Finally, I would say, how can you derive happiness for yourself? The best way I have seen is by giving happiness to others. I wish our graduates success in your careers and wish long-lasting happiness in life to all. Stuti, Nandri, thank you.
Chancellor Sir, may I invite and introduce the student who has obtained the highest score at the evaluation of Vidya Jyoti Dayantha S. Vijayasekara Award from among the students of Faculty of Information Technology and has obtained the highest grade point average at the honors degree of BSc in Information Technology and Management examination to deliver the valedictorian speech, Asara Senaratna.
Thank you, sir. A very good evening to all of you. Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Chief Guest for the session, Registrar and the administrative staff, the academic staff, parents, and my dear graduates. Let me begin congratulating all of you, including myself, for finally graduating. I'm honored to stand before all of you present here today to deliver the valedictorian speech on behalf of Batch 2013. I'm proud to say that I'm a part of a truly outstanding batch, a batch where everyone is talented in different fields. 4 years ago, each one of us made the decision to pursue a graduate degree at University of Moratuwa. We are lucky enough that we could enter into the best university in Sri Lanka and get educated by the best set of lecturers. Entering into the Faculty of Information Technology was a remarkable achievement of my life. I still remember how I climbed stairs all the way from first to fourth in search of lecture halls, failing to match the color codes on the timetable. I just wandered through the halls of the faculty without being so sure of what I would become in the end. I was excited, but at the same time a little scared of the new reality, because back then there was always someone to guide me. But at the university, I knew no one would spoon feed me. I stepped into the faculty with the expectation of becoming an IT professional. This expectation gave me the challenge of establishing myself as a woman in technology. Years back, the field of technology was dominated by males. There were times that I wondered whether I could really become a software engineer, because it was rare to see women getting opportunities in this field. In achieving this dream, I wanted to graduate with a first class. I wanted to become someone that jobs come behind and never to be someone going behind jobs. But in the middle of this journey, there were times that I wanted to give up. I wanted to stay at home because I was stressed, overloaded with work, and feared whether I could ever achieve my dreams. Honestly, that would have been an easier choice. Every time I wanted to withdraw from the journey, I asked myself, how does a computer behave when it is fed up of running for hours and hours? What does it do when it fails to cater the user? Won't it reconfigure on its own? Won't it reboot? Yes, the same way, I too calm myself when I find things are not happening the way I want them to be. I would take a break from the work, but will always return, because every time I want to quit, I ask myself, why did I come here in the first place? What do I want to become? The passion, commitment, and sheer determination I had towards my goal made it possible to become who I am today. So, I never allowed the world's definition of what is possible to keep me from achieving what I really wanted to achieve. I always wanted to push my boundaries to make this world a better place, even in small ways. Today, we are all stepping out into the world as graduates. Unlike a driver's license, the University of Mortua has given us a non-expiring license that tells the world we are nodes in this knowledge hub. A graduate isn't just a knowledge repository, but a great thinker, an executor, and an achiever. I have a small request for all of you. Have a look at the crest on the garland. Let's try to be the mold of that emblem. Like the Ola-leaf book, accumulate knowledge and wisdom in you. Like the flame of the oil lamp, emit the light of wisdom. Like the toothed wheel, be truthful and support the continuing advancement of technology. Like paddy sheaves, bring prosperity and abundance. And like the lion on top, be brave and courageous, representing the national status of the university. Never fail to reflect on what this university has taught us over the past 4 years, as wisdom is all wealth. The award we receive today doesn't guarantee that we will win in the race of life, because success is not measured in awards. It is about knowing that we have gone out of our comfort zone, taken the risks, and conquered and opened new paths. Every time we challenge the odds, realize that's when we have acted out as graduates. We all have intelligence, so make sure you are driven more by the passion. Understand that a degree is momentary in significance, and what you are as a person is a better mark in life. My fellow graduates, let's not be afraid to take risks, Rather, live life on the edge, because the center is already crowded with people spending ordinary lives. We will never know our limits unless we push ourselves. Do not worry about being number one, but worry about not giving your best. Every day is an opportunity for us to improve ourselves. We can have flaws, be anxious, and even be angry. But do not forget that the life is the greatest enterprise in the world. Many may appreciate us, admire us, and love us. But understand that to be happy is not only to have a sky without a storm. To be happy is to find hope in battles. It is not only to celebrate the success, but also to learn lessons from the failures. Never give up on happiness, for life is an incredible show. Before we close this chapter in our lives and start the next one, allow me to thank a few people who have in one way or another inspired and helped us become who we are today. Dear parents, thank you for being the wind beneath our wings. Thank you for being our shield at storms and our guiding light. Dear lecturers, thank you for educating us with countless lessons in academic and as well as lessons in life. Thank you for creating a ladder for us to climb high up in the life. The administrative and non-academic staff, thank you for supporting this learning journey in countless ways. Dear taxpayers of the country, thank you for making free education a possibility. Finally, we can be thankful for each other. The friendships that we have made here will last a lifetime. Now, it is up to each one of us to make our dreams walk. Always remember where you came from and where you are going towards. Sometimes down the lane, most of us may be employed by developed countries and perhaps decide to settle in those soils. But never forget this little country. Never forget the system that brought us to this level. Never forget the souls who supported our journey. Let's try our best to do whatever possible to make our country a better place. Climb high up the ladder of life and be an asset that serves the university, the country, and the whole world. As graduates of University of Moratuwa, make unknown the known and the impossible a possibility. My speech has come to an end, but before I leave the stage, let me leave this message. Let's carry ourselves in such a way that when people are sitting, we would be standing. And when they are standing, we will stand out. And when they stand out, we will be outstanding. And when they dare to be outstanding, we will be their standard. Congratulations once again to all the proud products of University of Moratuwa. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you.
I declare the convocation closed.